controversial, hard-hitting, all before noon. It's Andy Cohen Live.
All right, we are back. Jonathan Bailey is starring in Fellow Travelers on Showtime. If you need some new Spank Bank material, straight or gay, check out Fellow Travelers.
That's where it's at.
Fucking hot.
8 hours of
I mean,
titillation.
he gets topped by Matt Bomer in the first episode, John. You've seen it.
I have seen it. It's
Right.
blazoned in my mind.
It's phenomenal.
It's special, isn't it?
It's special.
Yeah.
No, it's great.
Yeah.
It takes place over several decades. And it's your story and Matt Bomer's story. And it's several decades in the life of these gentlemen in D.C. as they're being hit with every possible
Wave of queer
wave that's
legislation.
kind of happened to the gay community. It's almost like a history of the gay community in one series.
It is, yeah, and I think that's what drew me to it. I found it so sort of grounding to be able to explore the last 50 years of what queer existence has been, and especially the Lavender Scare, which is an extraordinary moment in American history that I knew nothing about.
Explain what it is.
Well, the Lavender Scare was linked to the flushing out of communists in state, and it was a witch hunt where McCarthy basically acknowledged that he felt that queer people were a risk to the security of the nation.
Joe McCarthy,
Joe McCarthy,
who liked to dress in dresses.
Yeah, he did
in his spare time.
I know. That's
the
on the
gays.
webisodes version of
Roy
Bridgerton.
Cohen,
Yeah,
the homophobe of the century, who
Yeah.
was a self-hating gay man.
yeah.
I mean, this is dark. These are
It's dark and it's brutal.
horrible people.
Yeah, and the
Yes.
people who sort of lived under them, and the gay men and women, who just just them surviving one day it was activism on a level that I don't think we see much of today.
How long have you been in the business? How long have you been acting?
I started really ridiculously young.
Really?
Yeah, I by the time I was 10, I'd had 3 seasons at the Royal Shakespeare Company under
Wow.
my belt,
No
which is
way.
wild but true.
And what was your big... I want to think that your big commercial break was Bridgerton, but was it before that and I'm in the dark?
Well, no, I mean, there's the Netflix sort of, rocket launch is just
Right.
like no other.
No other.
So, of course, got so much to thank Bridgerton for, especially
Yes.
to be able to go
But I
and
have to
then
say,
choose.
it was crashing for me.
Yeah, there you go. That was
Best show. The funniest show ever made. You were
Really?
so funny on that show.
Well, it was Phoebe
Come
Waller-Bridge
on.
before Fleabag, but she's amazing.
Pre-Fleabag.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and there's a real
If
good...
you haven't seen... Yeah.
Go on.
No, you.
If you haven't seen me...
Right.
No, there's a real like group of us, I guess, who started in comedy in the UK.
Yeah.
On like BBC Three and then Channel 4 and yeah, that's what the sort of breeding ground. And you know, we all started in theatre as well, and it's just amazing how the streaming platforms have changed the way that people get
Right.
seen. And Crashing was something that sort of fell off the ether. But then
So
it got
funny.
popped on
You had
Netflix
kind of
and it went.
Super blonde hair in that?
Yeah, I had a little dip dye.
Yes, little dip tie.
I begged for a perm, but she said no.
I like it. And now you're in the middle of, or you're probably at the end of shooting the Wicked movie. You play Fiyero.
I play Fiero too.
How amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty extraordinary, yeah. And because we were right in the middle of, I think we had 10 days left filming before the strike hit, and I was the
Yes.
only actor at the Leeds who was on an equity contract. So I had these 4 days where I came up and, acted with people in wigs who were pretending to be.
Way.
Yeah.
Oh, so
there's-
you were able to continue. Are you wrapped out of
No,
Wicked?
I've got some more to do, but
You have
it's
more to do.
Yeah, and I'm so glad for that because it's just
How
been the most
exciting.
extraordinary year. And the girl, Ari and Cynthia,
Yeah.
and everyone is going to
And
be
do you
extraordinary.
do you get to sing with Ariana Grande in the movie?
Yeah, we have a little duet here and there.
Nice.
Yeah, and a little boogie, and
Nice.
yeah, get a duet with Cynthia as well. So it's kind of like the G-force. You feel it in the face when they
That
sing.
is very exciting. Now, when you're shooting the love scenes with our friend Matt, which, I mean, they're very compelling. Is there an intimacy coordinator on set?
There is, and intimacy coordinators, I'm sure most people know this now, is a relatively new position over the last sort of 10 years.
Yes.
Bridgerton was incredible for that because we worked with someone called Lizzie Talbot, who was amazing. And then we had someone on set here as well. But with me and Matt, we sort of, we so very quickly became a team that we sort of whispered to each other, and we came up with
what you were going to do.
Yeah, and it was always incredibly, it was all about the story, and he's, an amazing scene partner / human.
Yes.
And so yeah, so we sort of so we buddied up, and so it was more between us two, but it was. Yeah.
And what's the deal with the milk? Why is there milk? Your character has a thing with milk.
Well, it's the fear of calcium deficiency. No, he's he's got a lot to learn. Well, we'll see. Just see. I think that
really?
The milk is a character. It had a number on the call sheet, and it's got its own arc.
Oh,
so you just wait.
Okay.
Wait until episode 8.
And what can you tell us? Anything that you can tell us about Bridgerton? It's so fun to be able to talk to you and actually talk about your projects.
Well,
We've been here with striking actors who were not allowed to. I'm like killing time with on the radio. So
They've
it's
got a
great
little
to.
puppet
I can actually ask you, like, where are we with Bridgerton? What's happening?
I was filming Bridgerton and Fellow Travellers at the same time.
Oh, really?
And there was this extraordinary long weekend that I was thinking about this morning, where on the Thursday it was World AIDS Day, and I was lying in the bed of a San Francisco AIDS ward, and it was incredibly emotional for so many people involved. It's a predominantly gay creative team as well, many of whom have lived through the 80s. And so I finished that day, I went straight to the airport, slept for about 4 hours, got picked up from Heathrow, went straight to a Regency ball, got my hair curled.
Wow.
And then I stayed there for 2 days. And then on the last day, I then went to the Ozdust ball. And I danced with Ari, and then I flew back, and I didn't have a day off. And it was that for 32 days.
Good to be you.
It was wild.
It's very good to be you.
But yeah, so but Bridgerton wise, I think there's so much I'm really excited about. You hand over the baton, but we'll still be there.
Okay, but when does Bridgerton? Is it about to be?
It might be. Yeah, I mean, it could happen any moment.
Oh, it could.
No, I think. You'll definitely get at least 4 weeks heads up. Don't you worry.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
And do you live in London full time?
I actually don't. I live by the sea now.
You live by the sea?
I live by the sea.
You live by the sea, like Brighton?
Yeah, exactly. Sussex. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Mrs. Lovett, even.
Yeah, very good.
Yes, Mrs. Lovett.
Do you love a pie?
But are you? I don't understand. You're like a young, happening guy.
Seaman.
You're living by the sea.
I'm a young,
you're like
salty
an
seaman.
old lesbian. Right?
I am. And actually, my hair really.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I think the last few years has been. But it's been amazing, and there's so many opportunities that come with it. But it's a real ride, and I've realised that I just need a bit of quiet for a bit. Yeah.
Right.
What's your sign?
My sign?
Yeah.
What's your astrological sign?
I'm Taurus.
You're a Taurian.
Okay. Just wondering if you're a water sign. Water signs like the sea. You're not. You're an earth sign.
I'm Earth. Yeah.
Right.
I like to make eyes.
Do you have a lover?
I'm full of love for so many people.
You're full of love for so many people. Are you on like Raya or Tinder or anything like that?
No, I'm not. No.
Nothing like
and
that.
so if are you?
Yeah.
Oh, you are?
I am.
I was going to say, if our faces pop up, no one should trust them, but...
No, trust mine.
Okay,
it's me. Yeah, what can I say? I got nothing to lose. Here I am. Yeah. Yeah, it's just me. If my face pops up, just keep going. What can I say? Oh, my God. So we are in episode 3 of Fellow Travelers right now.
Yeah.
And it's
3 of 8, yeah. So the strike is broken just in time for everyone to dive in.
Honestly, and I'm so glad that you're here and you guys are able to do press, because I've known Matt forever. And when it dropped, I was so excited about the show, but you guys couldn't promote it.
But something extraordinary has happened, which I think is really helpful for Fellow Travellers, which is the creatives were the only people who could speak about it. And actually it gave them the platform to talk about the artistry and the level of which Ron Niceone, who is an idol to me now and an icon, but his research in this show and his life experience that he's poured into it. Dan Minahan, the lead director, has talked to it, and Joseph LaCourte, who's designed all, and
Robbie
Michelle.
Rogers.
Yeah, everyone has. They've all been able to speak, and I think that's really important, because this is an elevated gay show that has not been seen or realised in this way.
Yeah.
With loads of gay men, and that is something that's at the forefront of yeah, it's revelatory, I think.
But it is, and it's revelatory, having out gay men playing these parts. I mean, it's...
I know, because I was thinking, I think if a 16-year-old self would have probably assumed that playing a gay part would have been less likely than playing a straight part.
Right.
And playing a straight part seemed impossible.
Right.
So it just shows how little that sort of level of opportunity was for gay men.
Wow.
And these, amazing films and biopics of queer icons in the past, but have been played by straight people, which has been amazing. But to be able to step in and hopefully give people an opportunity to understand the nuance of that.
Was there ever a moment in your career where you didn't consider being out?
Yeah, I mean, it's just, I'm sure you had the same. But I mean, of course, there's negotiation at one point, but there's a reason why I was cast. Well, I think everyone's got a bit of Tim and a bit of Hawke in them, but the thing that I really relate to with Tim is that his need for integrity. He cannot not be himself, and
Right.
I think Hawke can operate on multiple different levels, and both are not right or wrong in their survival under that. Under those horrible systems. But for me, I just knew that there was absolutely no way I would be able to not, just be completely open about it. Nothing is more important than being able to hold your boyfriend's hand.
Yeah. Yes. Well, that's a great place to leave it. Jonathan Bailey stars as Tim in the 8-episode limited series Fellow Travelers. Check it out on Showtime. We will all have 4 weeks' notice when the next Bridgerton comes.
You will.
See him in Wicked, the movie.
And see Andy on Raya.
And what?
See Andy on Raya.
All right.
See me on Raya. Yes. Raya, Tinder, Grindr, whatever app you have.
The
I'm
holy
there.
trifecta.
Oh, yeah, I'm there. And Wicked, 2 movies, we're going to get it. We want it to be 2 movies. Yes.
Yeah, you are going to want it.
Yes.
And it's expanding in a way, like the original stage show, in a way that's just like mind-blowing.
But no more goat. They're not expanding anything with the goat, are they?
But if you Urban Dictionary goat, what does that mean again?
Greatest of all time.
There we go.
I know, but that goat, Mr. Dillamond, is not the greatest of all time, or whatever.
He's a doctor, actually.
Dr.
so let's be-
Dillamond.
Yeah, thank
I think
you.
I've heard you
Going off
spout
on the
off
goat.
about the goat.
I do not care about the goat. I do not care for the goat. Yes.
So you won't be drinking goat milk?
No, I won't. Cut the goat from Wicked.com. It's my campaign. All right. We're going to be right back. Thank you, Jonathan
What
Bailey.
treats.
And everybody check out Fellow Travelers.
Thank you.
Thanks.